Governor Gina Raimondo says Rhode Island's COVID case numbers are heading in the wrong direction. Good evening. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. The governor is expected to announce new restrictions during another briefing tomorrow afternoon.
There are 160 new COVID cases. Rhode Island's positivity rate is now 2.7%.
8 more people have died after contracting the disease, bringing the total number of deaths in Rhode Island to 1,147.
Hospitalizations have risen to 131.
12 News reporter Anita Buffoni joins us now with what the governor is saying about what's behind this uptick in cases and why she says Rhode Island is at a critical time. Anita?
Well, Shannon, the daily positivity rate is just under 3%, causing concern for state and health leaders. Governor Gina Raimondo pinpointing the cause for the uptick in cases not to schools, nursing homes, or restaurants, but to small social gatherings. Rhode Island is headed in the wrong direction, says Governor Gina Raimondo.
This is a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for all of us.
The impact of the rise in COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations is not good news for Rhode Islanders. The governor says more restrictions will be announced tomorrow at an additional coronavirus briefing. Raimondo did not say what those restrictions will be, but did say it will not impact schools or commerce, and she will not move Rhode Island back to phase 2. It's the small social gatherings when guards are down that is at the root of the uptick, says Governor Raimondo. And as holidays like Halloween and Thanksgiving approach, she had a strong message to Rhode Islanders.
If you have planned a Halloween party, cancel it right now. If you're making your plans for Thanksgiving, think about not traveling.
More announcements expected in the coming days involves a boost in testing for asymptomatic people. And as for schools, Raimondo says after reviewing the data, Central Falls and Providence must stay in their hybrid model. Those two communities were originally not allowed to open full in person like the rest of the state because of their case rate there. She had a pointed message to Pawtucket school leaders after they continue to only offer distance learning to students.
I'm asking the superintendent to try a little harder, to be a little more creative, and do what you can to get as many children in school as is safely possible.
Now, the governor and Department of Health acknowledged wearing a mask with close family and friends may seem unnecessary, but they both pointed to small social gatherings causing the rise in cases. I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.
Tonight, the governor and health director say they're sounding the alarm amid Rhode Island's rising COVID-19 cases. I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. Today, the governor said new restrictions are coming, though she says she's not planning to roll back a phase. This comes with cases and hospitalizations trending up. Today, the health department reported 160 new cases and a 2.7% daily positivity rate.
Unfortunately, they also say another 8 people have died and 131 people are in the hospital. 12 News reporter Anita Buffoni tells us about the warning the governor issued today. Anita?
Hi, Shannon. Well, Rhode Island's daily positivity rate is now just below 3%, causing state and health leaders to rethink regulations in place. At today's briefing, Governor Gina Raimondo said new restrictions will be announced tomorrow in response to the uptick in cases.
We're on the wrong path.
An uptick in positive cases and rise in hospitalizations is raising red flags. The state hasn't had a positivity rate of 2.7% since August, and although hospitals are expressing concern to the governor, the hospitals are well below capacity. Raimondo says it's small social gatherings that are at the root of the rise in cases.
These are all the things where we're close together, sharing food, sharing drinks, not wearing our mask. It is the problem.
Even if it's someone outside of your household that you see every day or on a regular basis and you feel, oh, it's safe, they're not going to have COVID-19, that's exactly the time we need to continue to wear our masks.
New restrictions will be announced tomorrow at another coronavirus briefing. Although what those restrictions will be are still unclear, Raimondo says they will not impact schools, restaurants, and commerce, and the state will not move back to phase 2. More announcements we are expecting in the coming days, more testing systems for asymptomatic people. Turning her focus to schools in August, Raimondo said all school districts besides Providence and Central Falls could open full in person. She said today after examining the data that isn't changing as of now.
And as a result, we're going to keep Central Falls and Providence in their partial reopening scenario for the rest of the semester.
Now, with social gatherings causing the uptick in cases, Raimondo focused some attention on the holidays that are quickly approaching. She said to cancel Halloween parties that you may have planned and to reconsider traveling on Thanksgiving. I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.